So once again, we need to find f of negative x and the opposite of f of x. So f of negative x says plug in negative x wherever we have x. What's 2 times negative x to the 5th power?
Negative 2x to the 5th.
Negative 2x to the 5th. What's 7 times negative x squared?
7x.
Positive 7x squared. Negative x to an odd power gives us a negative number. Negative x to an even power gives us a positive. All right, opposite of f of x. What's the opposite of f of x?
Negative 2x to the 5th.
Negative 2x to the 5th. Minus 7x.
7x.
We have 3 function statements on the board. Are any 2 of them exactly the same? No? This function is neither. It is not even, it is not odd. So it does not have either one of those kinds of statements. 3 over x squared minus 8. Even, odd, or even. So we need to find f of negative x and the opposite of f of x. So how do we find f of negative x? Just plug in negative x wherever we have x. So negative x plus 3 over negative x squared minus x. What do we get in the top? Negative x plus 3. All right, what about the bottom? X squared minus 8. Negative number squared gives you the positive number back. Opposite of f of x. This is where students always mess up. Let me just try this with a number fraction, then we'll come back and try it with that algebraic fraction. What is the opposite of 2/3? Negative 2/3. You could put the negative in front of the whole fraction. Write it like that. You could put the negative in the top of the fraction and write it like that. Or you could actually leave the top alone and put the negative in the bottom. But what you can't do is put the negative in both places. None of these are equal to negative 2 over negative 3. You can put the negative in the top or in the bottom, but not in both places. So to find the opposite of the fraction x plus 3 over x squared minus 8, I could distribute the negative through the top and leave the bottom alone. Or I can leave the top alone and distribute the negative through the bottom. But I can't do both. Are any 2 of my function statements on the board exactly the same?
Second and third one? Depends which one you choose.
F of x equals minus 7.
These 2 are exactly the same? Look at them again.
Oh,
The
no.
last two.
No, last year. No, none of them.
None of them are. This function is neither. And once again, we're going to graph functions like that at the end of chapter 3. It may be helpful if we can figure out if it's even or odd. That might help us with the graph. If you guys have to take trigonometry, even and odd are pretty important in trigonometry. which of the trig functions are even and which of the trig functions are odd. Well, to finish up tonight, let's go to our list of the 8 special functions.